Hey, what's going on? This is Troy, and this is the Planet 76 podcast, your source for Sixers news, highlights, hot takes, and more. Welcome to the show.
All right, welcome in Sixers fans to episode 129 of Planet 76 podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Troy, and just a quick episode tonight it is 1 o'clock here on the East Coast, fresh off the Sixers loss to the Golden State Warriors by a score of 119 to 107. If you haven't kept up with the Sixers, they've had a rough time on this road stretch, losing the first four of the 5 game stretch on the road. So they lost to the Pacers, they lost to the Nuggets, they lost to the Blazers, 130 to 104 last night, and then tonight with a 119-107 loss to the Warriors. And then game 5 of the out west road trip will end on Thursday against Utah. So we'll see how that one goes. But Sixers are not faring well on the road. Embiid finally played in his first game tonight against the Warriors and did not look like himself. That was a major storyline all throughout. I mean, the Sixers were actually better without Embiid on the floor. And I mean, you don't say that often, if at all. He just didn't look himself. He clearly shouldn't have been out there with the knee injury, and then he injured it late when the game was pretty much put away by the Warriors. A loose ball, and Jonathan Kuminga fell right on Joel Embiid's knee, and he was in a lot of pain and checked out, limped off or slowly walked off to the locker room, and we'll see what the latest is there with that injury. But clearly, he was not fit to play in this game against the Warriors, and hopefully, just nothing more than that. Hopefully, it's just he's going to be out for a little bit, and nothing too serious. At this point, Sixers just need to get healthy. So obviously, DeAnthony Melton's been out for a while. Tyrese Maxey's been absent on this trip. Tobias Harris missed a couple games with an illness. He came back last night against the Blazers and did not play well, but played very well tonight. The one bright spot, I guess, in all of this, there's been some guys stepping up on the Sixers bench, including Furkan Korkmaz tonight and Jaden Springer tonight, logging some good minutes against the Warriors. I'm just going to look at the box score real quick. KJ Martin actually was pretty active tonight in 26 minutes. Springer put up 10 in 21 minutes, and Korkmaz 6 of 8, 5 of 6 from 3 in good for 19 points in 22 minutes. So he played pretty well. Again, Tobias with 26. But again, the storyline in this one, Embiid he played 30 minutes, should not have, was 5 of 18 and only got 2 free throws. 14 points for Embiid, breaking that game of 30 points, that streak of 30-point games in a row. So yeah, it's a rough stretch to say the least. But again, I think that the big thing right now is this team needs to get healthy. Robert Covington's been out. He's another name. I mean, I just rattled off a few, but that's another piece that isn't there for the Sixers. And Patrick Beverley's stepped up, but he's not Tyrese Maxey. And you're in need of some guys when you see Daniel House or Furkan Korkmaz running point guard with the second unit when Patrick Beverley's out of the lineup. So just not a good stretch of games for the Sixers, and you can pin it on injuries. You can pin it on the team just flat out not looking good, like they did not look good against the Trailblazers the other night. What are you going to do, I guess, right? Got to get healthy. Got to get these guys back. Tyrese Maxey obviously makes a huge difference. Joel Embiid, again, I think he needs to rest until he is as close to 100% as he can get. The ship is just about sailed on him playing 65 games so he can win the MVP. And as they said on the TNT broadcast tonight, Joel Embiid is focused on being as close to 100% as he can heading into the playoffs. So if that's really the true, let's put the money where your mouth is, and let's sit until you're healthy, big fella. So let's get right. Interesting though with the Sixers little streak here. So one, they had a 3-game losing streak, and then they rattled off 6 wins in a row, and now they're on another 4-game losing streak. So just been up and down and up and down for the Sixers lately. No real form of consistency. But again, this road trip has done them in. It's just been brutal to see what they've had to face, and just yeah, you have a couple guys play well on one night, and then the other guys don't play well, and vice versa. So, like again, for instance, Kelly Oubre was really, really good last night, but he was one of the only ones that was really, really good against the Trailblazers. And then, he was 0 for 3 from 3 tonight. He was a negative -15. Daniel House got the start, was a -21, team high -21 in the plus minus category. Sixers just didn't play well enough to win. Steph Curry was great. 8 of 13 from 3 for 37 points. Warriors knocked down 14 threes. Jonathan Kuminga had 26. They just got beat. The Warriors were the better team tonight. Joel Embiid was not Joel Embiid tonight. But again, something that's interesting given this Sixers 4-game skid. Of course, you got Boston taking a peek at the Eastern Conference standings. Of course, you got Boston 37-11. You got the Bucks 32-15, and then you have the red hot New York Knicks, winners of 8 straight and 9 of their last 10 at 31-17 on the season. The Cavaliers 28-16, and the Sixers now 29-17. So just a game back of the New York Knicks. Game back of the Cavs in the loss column. 2 games back of the Bucks. So things have changed a little bit in the Eastern Conference with how well the Cavs have been playing and the Knicks have been playing. They're both winners of 9 out of 10. And again, the Sixers now had won 6 straight and now have lost 4 straight. And they have another game on Thursday against the Jazz on the road to see if they can right the ship before coming back home. One positive note, it is almost February, meaning the All-Star break is on its way. I don't know that there's another team that could benefit as much from just a little break to get right, to get healthy, as the Sixers will be able to in just a couple weeks. So we'll hang on tight for that. But again, 29-17 for the Sixers. They were obviously sitting at 29-13 and, more in the mix of things and at the top of the Eastern Conference. Now they're right in the middle of things, battling out with the Knicks, Cavs, and Bucks for that, 2, 3, 4, 5 spot in the Eastern Conference. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just wanted to record a quick episode tonight to summarize Sixers, again, 4-game losing streak on the road. Joel Embiid played against the Warriors, but should not have. He is not right, not healthy, should not see the floor again until he can absolutely go. And, thirdly, there's been some guys that have stepped up, but not everything has clicked where everybody's been playing well at the same time, and hence the 4-game skid. And, really, really, fourthly, just excited to have Tyrese Maxey back on the floor sooner rather than later. We'll see if that is against Utah or if it's when the Sixers return home on the weekend. So that does it for episode 129 of Planet 76 podcast. Sixers, losers of 4 straight, hoping to right the ship soon. We'll see you next time on Planet 76.
You just listened to an episode of the Planet 76 podcast. Hey, we appreciate you joining us for this episode. Whatever platform you're on, why don't you hit that subscribe button for us, and we'll see you next time.